So let's start with your backstory a little bit. Obviously, very successful at the FCS level. So talk about your experience prior to West Virginia, first of all.
I broke the FCS records. I think I had 34 and a half sacks. The coaches there put me in a position, to make a lot of plays. And, coming here, it was different. Going against all O-line that we got, it's not that easy. At the FCS levels, I was running around the tackles and doing that here. At this level, you got to work moves. You just can't run around tackles here.
Did you want to try yourself at a higher level? Is that why you decided to transfer?
Yes, sir. I talked to my coaches and, basically had a staff meeting, and I was telling them, I want to better myself, whether I get exposed or not. So that's what made me transfer.
Why West Virginia? What led you here?
We actually came up here and we had a walkthrough up there on the practice field. And, just looking at the facility, I was like, this is it. I think I deserve to be in something like this. And me and my brother, we always used to watch, Tavon Austin highlights. So I was like, I think I need to come here. And the community and the fans and the coaches, I love that about here.
What's that conversation like with your coaches, your former team, when you have to break it to them and say, hey, I've done well here, but now I want to go somewhere else. What's that like?
They was just, being honest to me. They was like, I agree. And, with me having a kid and all that stuff, they was like, you need to go get paid so you can, help your family out and stuff like that.
Your head coach left, right?
Sir?
Your head coach moved on. He got a new job.
Yes, sir. He went to ETSU.
Yeah. And Jordan Leslie knew him, his buddies. So did that help that you sort of had that communication?
I think it helped a lot.
Mm-hmm. Hardest thing to adjust to at this level?
I'll say working all the pass rush moves, and just coming to something big like this. Like, it's not easy. Like, when I first got here, the plays was so hard. Like, it was so simple at FCS. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't have to do all the drop-in, getting hands on receivers or anything like that. But here, it's the little things, like getting hands on receivers, reading your man on key, all that stuff.
Do you pay attention to any national evaluators or PFF or any of that? Because before the season, they had you as one of the highest graded FCS transfers in the country. And how do you evaluate your play in comparison to any of that?
I don't pay no attention to it. I just play football, have fun. I don't let all that outside stuff get to me.
Speaking of outside stuff, I like you. I had a kid when I was in college too. How'd that change your life and your thinking and your time spent on football and whatever?
It made me open my eyes up to a lot of things. Having a daughter, I had to put, some of the football stuff aside and, really, like, see it in perspective, that I got a kid. So I had to really balance both with football and my kid.
Is it easy to carry the kid around in football?
Oh, no. It's not easy, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have a kid.
How old is she now?
She's 1. She turned 1 in April.
She changing her own diapers yet?
Yeah, she doing a lot of walking and she be probing. She get into everything.
How difficult is that, though, for people who didn't go through having a kid in college, but then also you're a high-level athlete as well? That's a lot to juggle.
I don't think it's a lot to juggle. Like I said, I balance both. I found a way to balance both with football and my kid.
You were known as a pass rusher at your past school. You drop into coverage at times here. Was that an adjustment? Did you do that much prior?
I did a little bit at my last school, but here, I do it a lot. And, at the next level, they do that a lot. So I think that's going to help me out a little bit more.
Offensive tackles better at this level than what you faced?
Definitely. They're big, getting better, and they just about know everything. Like at the FCS level, they didn't pay attention to the little things. But here, if you tilt or something like that, they know that you're going inside, or they know what move you're going to use.
You had to throw out certain moves that
Oh.
maybe you had in the past?
Yes, sir. Like at my FCS level, I used to use long arm a lot. Oh, they used to shut it down. So I had to take some stuff out.
How disappointed was that? It's like, oh, but I like this move.
Oh, it was very disappointing. That was my go-to move. I was like, dang, I got to use something new. So it was very disappointing.
The Iowa State game, how tough did that become? I mean, the 10 play drives, the other 10 play drives, there was that 17 play drive. I mean, how disheartening did that become as it was happening? That you're like, okay, we got to get them off the field, but third down conversion, third down conversion, third down conversion. Like no matter what you're trying, it just isn't happening.
I say, we just got to keep playing up front, getting off blocks, coming downhill, hitting our gaps. That played a big role in that game. So I feel like it started with that.
How much has Tyron Bradley helped you? I mean, he went through the same thing, same adjustment you went through last year. How much he plays the same position?
Oh, man, TB's a guy.
Uh-huh.
Like, I look up to him. When I first got here, he used to help me out with a lot of stuff. Like I said, I didn't know a lot of the plays here. So, adjusting from FCS to this level, like, I had to learn a lot. We used to come in, and I used to ask him a lot of questions. And to this day, I still ask him a lot of questions. So he impacted me a lot.
How has he helped you or anybody else even helped you beyond just the plays, though? Because I imagine that there got to be more of the transition than just beyond the plays, environment, bigger situations, bigger games.
He's a captain on defense, so, when we need a leader to step up and talk, he's one of them. He's very vocal, and he also leads by example.
You all are splitting time doing some situational substitutions. Are the parts of your game better suited to some things versus him, and how has that mesh been working for you all?
I feel like we got the same role. I'm a little bit more of a speed guy. He's a big body guy, so we have heavy package. That's what he do, and he also can pass rush. Like I said, he's a guy. Like I said, I look up to him. He can do stuff that I can't do. So.
What's the adjustment to West Virginia, the state, been like? I mean, you're all Georgia, right?
Yes, sir.
So moving north, what's that been like?
Oh man, like I said, it's very hot in Georgia. So coming up here, oh man, it's cold. But like I said, I got used to it. I got up here in January, and I drove up in the snow. And every morning I woke up, it was snow outside, so I had to adjust to that. So, like I said, I love it here though.
What do you see out of Kansas State that their offense that makes them kind of the team that they are right now?
They're all like the guys up front. They're older guys. You got the quarterback, running back, the receivers. It's gonna be a dogfight. They got guys.